Shalom, shalom. I want to start by giving our praises to the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakra, Kadash. My name is Brother MPOX from the Camp Prophets of Babylon down here in Tampa Bay, Florida. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect and the ones listening in. And I want to get into a short, quick lesson. I'm going to title this lesson Round 2, More Lockdowns and Quarantine. All right. Or somewhere around those lines. But because as you see, you have the whole thing. It says WHO, meaning World Health Organization, says MPOX outbreak is a global health emergency, and other top health stories. All right, so Slovakia. You have it where now you have the the WHO. They're starting to announce that the MPOX outbreak, which started over there in Africa, is now a global health emergency. All right. So now it's starting to spread out. All right. Starting to spread out to different countries. And it says on 14th August, the WHO stated that MPOX has the potential to spread farther across countries in Africa and possibly outside the continent. All right, so this was August 14th. That was said, but it's just been updated now. August 19th, that WHO said now this outbreak is a global health emergency. So you had it back in 2020. You had the whole thing, with that virus or whatever. Now, now that was around election time, so everybody, started to come up with speculations and suspicions because they why is there always something on an election year? So you have it now where we're back into another election year, 2024, and they're talking about a MPOX being a global health emergency. So it's starting to get back to how it was again. When back in 2020 with that other outbreak. I don't really want to say its name or anything. Get this video striked. It's like it's the wrong. I don't want to get this video striked or anything, but so we're coming to a time, man. This is starting to all spew back up again. You have the president election news. For the candidates, Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. And they saying either way it goes, there's going to be civil war. That's what you're hearing about a lot. But I want to start off with this real quick, just get straight into the scriptures, and I'm gonna continue to speak on it. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein." All right, so woe unto the world and they that dwell therein. So death and destruction to this world and they that dwell in this world, meaning you're setting your leases upon this world, trying to have a future. Ain't too much worry about the end times or the Lord coming back or even the Lord himself. You just want to live life, so death and destruction to this world and those that want to live life in this world. It says, verse 15, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another." So, we just spoke about that, with the president, with this being an election year, and you have both candidates, Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, going at it, and you have groups of Americans behind each one. You have the Democrat Party and the Republican Party. They're all going at it. So like people are saying, mainly, even Esau himself, or even the former President Biden. He said there will be potential civil war. All right. He said, I'm gonna say exactly how he said. He said it will potentially not be a peaceful transition. All right, it's not gonna be a peaceful transition at all. But it says And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right, so we're coming to a time where Americans are going to be going against each other, and the scripture says, "A kingdom divided shall not stand." But I'm just going to say that, leave that there. But I want to get to the main point. It says, verse 17, "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able." And the reason why is because, these lockdowns, and, coming back to the lockdowns, coming back to where people got to be self-isolated. You're going to want to travel again, but they're going to, you can't travel. You can't go places you want to go, to a different city or a different state or even a different country. People are not going to be able to travel anymore again. This is round two. That's why, titled this class, like, round two. All right. Lord willing, that it does get to the point where there is lockdowns, and then Lord willing, does get to the point where, this virus gets even worse, because, that means better for us, the man of the Lord, because we know that we are in the end times, and the more prophecies that's coming to fold, the quicker we get out of this bitch, man. The quicker we get out of here, and that's what we're looking forward to. A new earth and a new heaven. So that's why brothers are rejoicing, seeing the news. I'm like, okay, we got another one of these coming. The first time it came, people weren't in the streets. People weren't partying, having fun, enjoying themselves. They weren't doing that, man. We was I remember we as a camp, the brothers in my camp, we went out to go camp at one of the chief place of concourse down here in Florida, called Ybor City. And every time we used to camp before, that whole thing happened, it was flooded with people. People were partying, doing whatever they want to do, drinking, having fun. But when everything hit the fan, there wasn't even a soul left out there, man. It was literally just us preaching unto the winds. All right? Literally. We were preaching unto the winds because nobody was out there. Now, you might see one or two people walk by every hour or two, or a car or something drive by, but there were no one out there. You ever seen those videos with the or the movies? They would be in the desert, and you have the coral reefs, rolling past or rolling across, the streets. That's how it was in that day, man. Back then. And it's like, yeah. But that's how it was, man. And we're coming back into that time again. Round two. I want to go ahead and go down here. Second Ezra 15 and verse 11. It says, "But I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretch out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it." Hold on. I think I want to start up here. Con, yeah, Salakia, Akim. I'm gonna start up here. This is where I want to. It says Second Ezra, chapter 15, and verse 4. It says, "For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness." All right, behold, saith the Lord, "I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction." All right, so the Lord said He's gonna bring plagues upon this world, man. The sword, famine, death, and destruction, man. And that's what's coming into this place. That's what's coming mainly to America, Babylon. Is those plagues. Famine, pestilence. There's specific precept I've been looking for though. Slovakia. verse and then plagues. Because the Lord's gonna plague Babylon, America, you know, over and over and over again. You know, it's gonna be all different type of plagues, man. You know. Let me see. Yep, here we go. This is Second Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 26 says, "For the Lord knoweth all of them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction." So, you know, we're coming to times where there's gonna be people that's gonna be getting delivered unto death and destruction. There's gonna be people that's gonna literally, you know, be getting killed left and right. You know, and that's because they have sinned against the Lord. All right. So the Lord's gonna bring out, you know, death and destruction through what, you know, pestilence, famine, you know, people killing each other, civil war, wars. You know, Lord's gonna bring out all these different type of, you know, ways of dying, you know, that you never seen before. All right, because we're coming to that day of judgment where a lot of people are gonna be getting judged. It says, "For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them, for Yahweh shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him." So, you know, these plagues are going to come upon the whole earth. You know, famine, death, destruction, pestilence, all these different plagues, they're going to come upon the whole earth. All right? Mainly America, Babylon, you know, and Jacob are going to be getting judged. You know, Jacob are going to be catching hell, you know, getting sick, dying from hunger, you know, because they sinned against the Lord, you know, and they have went against the Lord. So now you have all these different, you know, pestilence are coming out, you know, MPOX, you know, that just came out of nowhere, you know, it literally just came out of nowhere. You heard about it before in the beginning of the year, around like April or whatever, but now it's starting to get worse. It's like it was slowly brewing up. Now they're saying that it's a global health emergency. All right, so now globally, it's spreading globally. It's not just over there, you know, in Africa no more. Now you got brothers saying, you know, it's over there down in San Francisco, you know. So it's starting to spread, man. All right, and like I said, you know, round two, you know, because it's going to be a round two of this, man. It's going to be round two of lockdowns. It's going to be round two of, you know, procedures you got to go through just to even come out your house. It's going to be round two of it all, man. All right, and if you're not ready for it, you're going to be out there looking confused and dumb all over again, you know. And, you know, it says, if I can go right here. Let's see. Trying to find it, man, but but it was basically saying how, you know, it came from laboratory monkeys, you know, so that's why they call it MPOX. But I'm gonna read this whole thing right here. This is getting right into it. It says, the Director General of the World Health Organization have concurred with the advice offered by the International Health Regulations 2005 IHR regulations emergency committee regarding the upsurge of MPOX 2024 during its first meeting held on 14th August 2024. So they had their first meeting about it already, you know, back on the 14th. It says has determined on the same date that the ongoing upsurge of MPOX in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, DRC, and a growing number of countries in Africa constitutes a public health or emergency of international concern under the provisions of the regulations. The communication of the Director General regarding the determination of the above mentioned PHEIC on August 14th, 2024 is available here. So they already had this talk, man. They already had a meeting on it back in on August 14th. Now they're having a real talk, announcing that this is, international, global health emergency. It's no longer, over there just in Africa. Are they just dealing with it? Now we got to deal with it because now it's being traveled. And that's the same thing what happened with, the whole thing back in 2020. It came over there from China. Now somehow it got over here. And it became a big, fuss about it. And then that's when the lockdowns, all these things starting to happen. It's like procedures, man. Right now we're in the procedure of, it's starting to spread. And they're just talking about it. But then it's going to come to that other procedure where, all right, lockdown. Lock everything down, curfews, all these different things. It says, I'm trying to get more, more news on it, for you Akim, brothers probably haven't really seen everything yet. It says, a public health emergency has been declared by the World Health Organization over a new outbreak of MPOX in several African nations, with 2 cases now reported outside of the continent. All right, so now it's just 2 cases. It's only been 2 cases, reported. And this was 12 hours ago. There's been 2 cases already reported outside of the continent of Africa. It's also known as monkeypox. The disease has seen an upsurge in the Democratic Republic of Congo, with confirmed cases reaching countries across the African subcontinent. Damn. He says more than 17,000 cases have now been confirmed across Africa, with the WHO saying the outbreak is of international concern. So international concern meaning, this should start concerning everybody outside of it, around the world. It shouldn't just be a concern of Africa anymore. Not everyone's concerned. It says the Public Health Organization Emergency Slovakia was declared by the group's Director General, Dr. Tedros Adhanom. I'm not gonna say that full name. I don't even know how to pronounce it. But it says the outbreak comes as a new strain is identified named Clade 1, said to be spreading mainly through sexual networks. Ooh, shit. So, also been seeing, how a lot of you moles are getting it. A lot of the moles are starting to get it, and this is really the Lord judging you moles, man. It says, you fruit fly. It says WHO says it has been identified in Burundi, Kenya, Rwanda, and Uganda, all countries that have never reported cases of MPOX before. 1 case of this strain that has now been detected in Sweden, the country's public health agency has confirmed. They say the person, who is now in isolation, had contracted it during a stay in an African country where other cases have been reported. All right, man. So, hey, they're also coming out about it, as being, through sexual networks. A lot of you moles are getting it. Lord judging you moles, and it's starting to become a spread throughout, an international spread. So, hey, man, Lord willing, we're going back to the lockdowns, man, catching hell. Lord willing, this place catch more hell. Continue to pray on Babylon's downfall. All right, but that's all I really want to get on that. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the hopeful elect and everyone's listening in. And give double honors to elders and apostles of Great Millstone once again. Peace and blessings to hopeful elect. And I want to give our praises and glory and honor to the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash.